Let me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the excited one.
I'm Erin, the believer, and I'm excited.
Oh, golly. I feel like I haven't seen you in 10 years.
I know I have a headache and I'm still drinking wine because
Good for you.
I need it.
Push through.
Oh, my Lord.
We are in a snowstorm vortex.
We're in a never-ending holiday winter break.
Oh, my gosh, Erin. I cannot do it.
It has been officially 3 weeks for me because I had those last 3 days off before break for my kid's tonsillectomy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what work feels like anymore.
Yeah, it feels like we were at work about 5 months ago.
I tried to be really productive today and work on my ring change, and I got on a computer and was like, I don't know how to type anymore. I tried typing. I was like, I cannot type a sentence. So that's been fun.
Well, I've had to telecommute, so I've had to work from home, which just always gives me pandemic PTSD of what that was like. And every time I think, how in the world did we survive this?
No, it's horrible.
I have no idea. I've only telecommuted 2 days, and I don't know how we did it for 2 years. That's insanity.
Yeah, it really is. It's wild.
Yep. And then the whole time I was supposed to be working with my little team of people, my other teammate was texting me and she and I were talking about shows. And we were both like, we cannot focus on any tasks we're supposed to be doing right now.
No.
All we want to do is watch our show. I'm like, ooh, what are you watching? And so then she and I just kept going back and forth talking about what we were watching. So very little commuting or the commute. I don't know which one was less. I guess the commute was less, but we didn't tell.
The commute was definitely less.
Right, but we didn't tell as much as we were supposed to in that telecommuting today.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I panicked today at dinner when Kevin was like, oh, yeah, weren't you supposed to work today? And I said, no. It said that it was a traditional snow day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, it did say that for Monday, but I have no idea about Tuesday, and I didn't do a darn thing.
I would have told you.
Okay,
Had to give me a heads up.
Thank you. It was a traditional snow day. They've already called off school for tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh.
We're thinking they might likely call it off Thursday for like sub-zero weather.
Oh, they better
and then
not.
Friday, it's supposed to snow again.
Oh, my gosh. It's never ending. It is never ending. And that it is ending. It is going to end. It's temporary. We've got to keep that in mind. But I also think Megan, like 10 years ago, would have been eating this up. I would have. I know me. You know what I would have been doing? I would have put some snowshoes on and I would have trucked up to a local bar.
Yep.
Saddled up, drank every night, had a blast with all the locals that lived close by.
Yeah.
It'd have been the most fun. I would have been like, yeah, this is great. That was 10 years ago. Now I am stuck in this house with children.
The difference is not the years. The difference is
You're right.
the fact that you have kids now.
Yeah, it's not age. It is definitely circumstance.
Yeah. I'm to a great age where mostly they can fend for themselves.
Yeah.
I finished a book yesterday.
Ooh, wow.
So
You're going to ruin it for me?
No, this one hasn't been published yet.
Oh, nice.
This is our fan favorite from last week. I finished her book.
Nice. So that's awesome. I can't wait till it is published.
That's
Then
right.
You can ruin it for me.
I'll ruin it then. Yeah, I've done nothing. I bought the movie Wicked so that I could watch it whenever I wanted.
There you go.
And I've been doing that. I can't believe that movie has made me like Ariana Grande, who I hate.
Oh, gosh. I don't even want to
hate
watch
her,
it.
But
yeah, she's horrible.
So good in that movie. She's like the perfect Galinda.
Which is crazy because she's a bitch.
Well,
she should be the great one.
Galinda's kind of a bitch.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole point.
Oh, okay.
She's like, from the outside looking in, she's like
the
perfect
that's right.
one.
Wicked. I always forget. Like that's kind of like where it's like a different perspective of what. Yeah. I do want to watch that sometime.
Well, I've got it now.
Oh, well, there you go.
We could just wrap this up real quick and watch it.
Telecommute from this bed tomorrow.
Oh,
Nobody
girl!
would know.
I mean, Kevin would know because he will be sleeping.
That would be weird. Let's scoot over, Kevin.
Scoot over, Kevin. Put some headphones in. I'm going to watch Wicked.
Don't mind the typing. I am multitasking, Kevin. But it'll be fine.
Oh, he'd love it.
He'd love it.
Yeah. So anyways, I do have that. And I went and finally saw it in theaters before I bought it. So that's been basically what I've been doing. That was pre-snow. Mm-hmm. And you may notice, actually, you won't notice because this will come out when it's supposed to come out. But Rue will notice that we're recording super early.
Yeah. We are going to put a couple of episodes in the back. We're going to capitalize on this snow. I put this on a mom post today because this morning we went out, got a bucket of snow, and we did food coloring in the snow. Oh, kept her busy for at least a good 20 minutes.
Perfect.
I'll take it. And then this evening we went back out, got another bucket of snow, and her Barbies were like taking baths in snow. She was loving it. It's fine. And I'm like, if this snowstorm is going to ruin my life, then I'm going to make that bitch pay.
Yeah.
And I don't mean my toddler, which she can be one, but I mean the snowstorm.
Thanks for
the clarification.
Yeah, clarifying. There you go. That's hilarious. Do you have some
current events?
Yeah, Megan gave me homework. She said, look up current events and find stories.
Well, okay. So, and I like, it is the sweetest feedback ever that everybody keeps saying, no, you guys don't even need the stories. We could just sit there and listen to you talk. But I'm like, listen, if we have wide open range, there is no telling where we will end up. I mean, for real. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
true.
telling. So we have to have some sort of guardrail.
Yeah, last
Right?
week I fully forgot we were recording for a while. We were just talking.
my
And I was like,
gosh.
oh my gosh.
So boring.
Y'all haven't listened to this yet. This is,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think last week's episode was pretty boring. Sorry, everybody. Y'all say you liked it. We took it. We ran with it. Turns out we need some content. So I told Aaron, because we're recording so quickly again, that I'm thinking, what are we going to have to talk about? Plus, we're snowed in.
Yeah.
I said, look up some current events and let's talk current events.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something different. But
You're gonna go rogue?
you give me a current event and we'll talk about it for a minute.
Okay, well, all my current events kind of have a theme.
Okay.
And they're themed by what I've currently been binge watching.
Okay, well, this is just normal for us.
No, it's not. No, it's
Okay.
not, because I started to see this trend of odd things in the news that I'm like, oh, that goes right along with what my new personality. I'll be the one that has a new personality.
Oh, it's about time.
I think I want to be a spy.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be cool to be a spy? Okay, so I have been binging Black Dove.
Okay, yes.
Have you
told me
started
about
it?
No, because you told me I have to wait for Kevin and he's
No, I
back
didn't
to
say
work.
I didn't say had to wait for Kevin.
Listen, I don't love Keira Knightley. I kind of need him to push me through.
Fine. I said you could wait for him because it is very action packed.
Yeah.
So I think Kevin would like it as well.
Okay.
But it's got a lot of love, a lot of romance. It's good. It's a great show. So anyway, I would highly recommend it. But spies to me are kind of like fairies. Like, do they really exist? I know that they do, but like,
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Like, how serious is it really?
right. Like how
Just like in general, I'm like, is anybody really as stressed as Kerry Washington in Scandal?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Like, does that really happen? And I think it probably does,
Right.
but
Probably.
not to the extent of what they show in shows.
Yeah.
I mean, like at one point, they're like in downtown London, they got a rocket launcher out. I'm like, that's not like everyday occurrence.
Right. For
So,
us.
For us, maybe
But
in London.
maybe for spies.
Well, what I'm saying is in England, like they have a spy agency. It's called a spy agency.
I bet we have one too.
Yeah, but we don't just like, oh, we're CIA.
We don't advertise it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the CIA is like, they're like our spies, right?
Yeah.
What does the CIA do?
Girl, I have no idea.
Anybody out there knows?
No.
I don't think we're supposed to know, though.
I think they're the exact same thing as the FBI, and I don't think that's right, actually.
I think they're a little bit more covert.
They're like the Marines version of in the Army.
I think they're the spies.
Well, yeah. But they're
Okay.
they're like the toughest ones.
Ooh, the CIA.
Yeah, like I feel like there's like Army, Navy, Marines.
Yeah, like
And
probably
they're like
CIA makes fun of the FBI.
FBI, blah, blah, blah. The CIA.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah.
what
and
you
they
know.
probably all make fun of FBI
Yeah.
for like being wusses.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm not calling anybody else a wuss because
Mm-mm.
I've got a brother-in-law in the Navy.
Oh no!
Our dad was in the Army. I'm just saying they would.
Oh yeah, you know that they've
you
ranked
know Marines
themselves.
are kind of jerks.
Yeah, Marines can be,
But
not
kinda
in
hot, though,
general.
too, so it's okay.
Yeah,
You know,
too.
I like wouldn't kick one out of bed. I'd be afraid to.
So that's why we should go the spy route, because this show, Black Dove,
Okay.
they're all hot. All these spies are hot.
But then I'd be afraid they'd lie to me.
Oh yeah, they're gonna lie. I mean, I think if you know you're dating a spy, you got to realize like,
But do they know they're dating
no,
a spy?
they don't ever know. So you
See,
don't ever
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
So who cares? Like maybe you're just gonna believe the whole lie.
But then what if I'm like, catch him in a little lie? And then I'm like, oh, that dirty bastard.
look away. They're hot. You can look the other direction for a little bit.
Okay.
As hot as these spies are, you just kind of look the other direction for that. Oh, that was a weird little blip in the road.
Okay.
Weird little tip of a red flag I can overlook. But
For
anyway,
a tip of something else, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. Exchange. But anyway, I've been invested in the show. I've already binged it. I've watched the whole season. I'm sad that it's over
Okay.
because I think it was like a limited series. It's not going to have like a season 2. I don't think.
Oh, did it end well?
Yeah, it wrapped everything up.
Oh, okay. That does make me want to watch it more.
So anyway, I started looking for current events. Right now, yuck.
Yeah.
Just yuck.
Yeah, current events are really depressing right now.
They're the worst. So I was like, okay, don't go like everything is political. So don't just type in current events. So I typed in odd current events or like strange and unusual things.
Okay. I tried this too, and then I got bored.
Okay. Well,
I bet you found better ones than I did.
I don't know. Vaguely. Well, one I just thought was very funny that people would even write this in a story, like take the time to write an article about it. But okay. And here's the funny thing. All of these little spy snippets, guess where they take place?
London?
In London, in England.
What are they doing over there?
I don't know. There's some weird shit going on.
Okay. Do you think it's because of the royal family or something?
There's got to be something. Or like they're just really good at being sneaky.
Or they're really bad about it. Maybe we don't hear about our spies because we're not advertising about it all the time.
That is true. We don't make enough shows about our spies.
Yeah, we're not like, hey, we have an agency.
We have an entire agency dedicated to spying.
We're like, we've got a floral company with all these very young, fit people. Sometimes they're traveling. And again, we don't know.
Look away.
Yeah,
we're fine. Nothing
don't look
to see over here.
We only have baby's breath. Get out of here.
Baby's breath. Oh, okay. So anyway, there is a place in England. I can't tell you where. Not because I can't.
Because it's top secret.
Not because it's top secret. Because I didn't save the article and I can't remember.
Okay.
No, just because I don't retain information.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Should have gone with that. I should have gone with that. Maybe I wouldn't be a very good spy. Anyway, where every month on this certain day of the month, I think it's like on the 2nd of every month.
Okay.
Someone is leaving a pile of
poop.
No, you would think. I was just gonna have you guess, but poop,
you did.
It's not. No, it's not poop. You got another guess?
Oh shoot! Now I can only think of poop.
It's something food related.
Corn dogs.
No, that would be fun. No, I wouldn't mind that.
I hate corn dogs.
Oh, a good corn dog with some yellow mustard.
No.
I also got when I thought with some yellow mustard. Sounds delicious.
Oh, Daffy.
Anyway,
okay, hold on. Are they ball shaped?
Nope.
Okay. Are they something I would have in my house?
That's where, after you said ball shaped, I thought you were saying in my mouth. I'm like, oh my gosh, Aaron.
You know I wouldn't have those in my mouth. What are you talking about?
Right. Who am I talking to? Is it something you have in your house?
Yeah.
Currently, I don't think so. But I haven't gone to your pantry.
Pantry? Not refrigerating foods?
No, you wouldn't. You would sometimes.
My next guess was shrimp. I don't know.
So weird. But really, so is this. Anything, a pile of anything right now is just a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Someone is leaving a pile of unpeeled bananas. They go ahead, they take the time to peel the bananas.
Oh, okay. Unpeeled means that.
Oh, sorry. Peeled.
That feels
peeled,
like
but
somebody
like
just
half
dropped
peeled.
some bananas.
Like, like they're trying to like help whatever it is that they're trying to like give these bananas to.
They're trying to feed an armless banana lover.
Maybe a gorilla of some sort. I have no idea. But they leave it. It's
Girl,
like in the
gorillas can open their own bananas.
Not if they're no arms.
Oh, well, yeah.
You said
armless, armless gorilla, sure.
Guardrails, everybody. We need them. We need them. Okay.
Sorry, you wanted content. Here we go.
Here we go. Okay. So anyway, and there's this lady who's like her house, like her apartment is right at the corner of where this is left every month. Okay. And it's driving her crazy because they become mush and disgusting by like 3 days in. So she put up a sign. You're going to love her in the end, though. She put up a sign. I just also think this is hilarious that this was news. They made it all the way to Louisville, Kentucky from somewhere in England.
Okay.
Anyway, but it's a mystery. They can't figure out who's doing it. But also I'm thinking, isn't England known for CCTV?
Yeah, they've got those everywhere.
Right. So why don't they just look that up? But maybe it's not that big of a news story. So maybe
I wonder what part of England. I know London is huge on that, but maybe if it's like a smaller town.
Yeah, I think it's a smaller town.
Okay. Vicky, do you have any insight on this?
Ooh, come on, Vicky. Shoot, maybe I did say that.
Do you love bananas and are your arms working enough to peel them?
It's in Beeston. Beeston.
Oh, Beeston.
Beeston. Bananas in Beeston.
Beeston is full of those gorillas.
Full of those gorillas, those armless gorillas.
Except they're not because the bananas are being left.
They are. Well, they're being left. So locals are trying to figure out what this is. Like, is it like they're just trying to, like, not a sacrifice, but like a.
Oh, gosh.
Not a sacrifice, but what is it? Like an offering. An offering. Who is this offering for? Yeah. It's happening once a month. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
If there's a pile, are any of the bananas ever taken? Is the pile ever smaller?
It didn't say in the article.
Stays same size.
It didn't say. Okay. But it says that eventually it becomes like a pile of mush. It's disgusting. So this lady whose house lives like directly at the street level of this, she left a little sign that was like, very nice and very polite. Just please stop leaving the bananas. They make quite a mess. Da, da, da. Sure enough, same thing. Next month, bananas are still left.
Yeah.
So she took her signs down because she said she didn't really want to make it a thing. She didn't want it to become a feud. She said,
so polite.
I know. She said this must mean something to whoever this is.
Oh, shut up! That's so nice.
I know. This must mean something to them more than the mess means to me. Yeah. However, it would be nice if they would read this article and just come back and clean up after themselves.
Yeah,
and 3 days later.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I know. Wasn't that a lovely little story?
That's it. That's the end of it. There's no solution.
No, nobody can figure it out.
I mean,
she could figure it out. I would stake it out.
It's one day a month, and you know the day it's going to happen on.
Yeah, like come on. Why?
I actually like her less now. Figure this out. That's ridiculous.
She's just unmotivated. She's like, you know what? I don't really care.
Okay.
I bet she's the type that if she gets scared by a ghost, she goes right back to sleep.
So what does it have to do with spies?
Oh, just that it's in London and it's a mystery. Sorry. Just that it's a mystery.
Like, and then the spies got involved?
Okay, no, spies are my next story.
Okay.
But just it's in London and this is mysterious, right? Like it's a mystery that a spy could probably figure this out.
Well, sure. I mean, like I could figure it out.
Or what if it's a spy sending like a certain code or a certain message? But that's awfully weird.
That's super weird.
It's a very weird way to leave a message. But what if it's like the number of bananas are the number of people you need assassinated? We're thinking it's like this beautiful offering. Whew, could not be. Maybe.
Really bummed to not have a solution to that story, actually. It really kind of pissed me off a bit.
Okay, well, you're going to not like this next one then.
Oh, good.
So did you know that okay, here we go. There's an animal. I'm going to make you guess again. I love what I make you guess. I don't know if anybody else loves it, but it cracks me up. Okay. So there is an animal that has been rumored to have been a Russian spy. The animal.
Okay. An armadillo.
Oh, wow. That was a way out there guess.
Okay.
Do they have armadillos in Russia?
Oh, in Russia. I forgot
where
it's
a Russian spy.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the animal life is like in Russia. A tiger.
You would know this animal. No, not a tiger.
Could I hold the animal? Like, could I carry it? Could I pick it up?
You could. Well, buoyancy. You could maybe.
Buoyancy.
You couldn't like. Yeah.
Is it a seal?
It's not a seal.
Is it an aquatic animal though?
It is an aquatic animal in the ocean.
Well, that's what I meant by aquatic.
Well, I don't mean like a river or like it's not just any water. It's specific to the ocean.
Okay. Could it survive on land at all?
No.
Okay. A whale.
It is. It's a beluga whale.
I couldn't carry a beluga whale even in the water.
You like put your
I
arms
don't even think so in the water.
Well, he's super friendly.
Aww.
He's the friendliest, except for he just died. That's not funny.
Oh my gosh, this is the worst idea you've ever had. You're like, first, I'm going to tell you a frustrating story. And then I'm going to make you picture a cute little beluga whale. And then I'm going to murder it.
It was murdered.
Oh my gosh. That sucks.
Oh my gosh. You're so invested in this whale and I haven't even told you about it. You were thinking he was so cute.
I know. I can picture him.
I show you his picture.
I don't even need you to. I can see him in my brain. Gosh. Okay, tell me the story about this murdered whale.
Well, somehow it's not somehow. It was rumored that he was a spy because he was found where he shouldn't have been.
Okay.
Like in some part of the ocean where he was not supposed to be.
That's what animals do.
Well, it's like, they track animals. They know, like researchers know this is the part of the ocean that belugas will be in this time of the year.
Okay.
Well, he was found, but not just that. I mean, this guy was a dead giveaway. He had a hidden camera on him.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
well, how did they say, hey, beluga, go over there. Go to that part.
He is I don't know. That's what we're saying. Who knows? How do they do that? Did they train him? What did the Russians do? What kind of technology?
This story is ridiculous. I don't believe it.
I'll cite my source.
Okay.
I can't though, because I did not screenshot that
Please do
one.
this APA style. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was never good at citing sources. But listen, you guys go out there and fact check me. His name is like, it rhymes with Vladimir because they're like Putin, but it's like whale. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, no, now
I
I
can't
really
remember
want to figure that out.
Anyway, it starts with like a W. Anyway.
Wow.
It
Vladimir.
Vladimir.
I don't know, but Vladimir is one of my favorite names to say.
Not people, but names to say.
No. Mm-hmm. Names to say. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. I just like to say that name in a Russian accent.
Of course.
There's a good monster book I read to my kindergartners every year, and there's a monster named Vladimir.
You do it well.
Thank you.
You could be a Russian spy.
Maybe I am.
No. That's why you can say Vladimir
long
so well.
con.
Such a long con, like since birth.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Right?
Oh, anyway, so this whale was found. So he was found like once upon a time with this camera on him. And they're like, how is this? And it like they tracked it back to the Russians.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, that's really sus.
Was it in a space that was like things were happening?
No, I don't know what they found.
It feels
on
just
the
like
footage.
a kid scientist was like, oh, this whale is so nice. I want to see where it goes.
I mean, it kind of sounds like it was like high quality hidden camera.
How do
espionage.
You tell a whale, go over there?
How do you not? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can train a whale.
I do it every day. I don't do it every day.
If I had a very friendly beluga whale, I feel like I would want to train him really well.
Okay.
I don't know. They do tricks. They'll do things.
Yeah, but they don't know like map coordinates
yet. I don't know. Maybe they trained it really well. They did something, or maybe they like dragged him out there, and then released him to then go find footage.
Oh, like the way back,
or something. Either the way back, or like no one will suspect a whale. If anybody sees a whale,
turns out they're very suspicious of whales.
They are very right. So they found this whale. The reason why they found it, the reason they found this whale was because he is so friendly. And like he would come up to fishermen and he's like saying hello to everybody. He's just the sweetest whale ever.
Then who murdered him?
They don't know. I know. I told you you're not gonna like this story either. But
I don't like this segment.
This is a horrible.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear it.
It's not funny. It really actually is not funny at all, Erin. Mm-hmm. I'm not even joking. It's not funny. Okay. It's horrible. They found like what I'm going to guess maybe bullet holes in him.
Aww.
But they said it's very unnatural. And they didn't describe them as bullet holes. But I'm like, well, unless somebody's just like puncturing him with something, which maybe they were. It was like several bleeding holes all over his body.
Oh, little baby whale.
I know. And everybody had grown to love him because he was just known as like this, he had a kind of an assorted past, but he was a very friendly whale that people loved to see.
Okay, let me just get this.
Now they found him dead.
Let me get this straight.
Murdered.
Who are all these people who are loving him? Other Russians?
No, he's traveled now to like London, to like the coast.
Of course.
Right, to the coast of all these different places. He like travels.
Does he still have the camera on him?
No, they took the camera away.
And that the poor Russians who loved him first.
Yeah, I guess
they have no idea.
Well, maybe he didn't love them back. He never returned.
We don't think that he was. Why did we think that they're Russian? We don't
because
think
the camera was tracked back to the Russians.
Okay, right. And we don't think that the murder was spy related.
We don't know, girl. What if somebody else got him, trained him up?
I think it's just a bad guy.
To go be a double agent.
No.
And they're like, oh, you're going to go back.
Ridiculous.
You're going to go back to Russia.
I don't believe any
you're
bit of
get in there.
Story.
Promise you, I read it in an article.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, was it The Onion? Maybe. I have no idea. No, I'm kidding. It was not The Onion. It seemed like a very well-written article.
I don't think The Onion does a lot of whale murder.
No, they don't. But, they're satire. They're funny.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, was I possibly at a site that I didn't realize was satire? Possibly.
Got it.
But I don't think so. I think that this actually happened.
Okay. All right.
He was very well known on social media.
Man.
I know. Poor thing. Well. And now he's dead. And there's that.
This was fun.
I knew you would like it. That was my current event.
No, it was good. It was
now tell me
sad.
What in the hell's happening with TikTok. So you told me TikTok's going away?
Yeah. TikTok they're like trying to ban TikTok. And it's going to happen.
They've been doing that since TikTok came back.
No, but it's actually in court discussion. Probably around the inauguration, we won't have TikTok anymore.
And you didn't send me a one today. Not one TikTok.
I'm sorry. I haven't been on TikTok today.
Why
but I
not?
send you 1,700 TikToks every single night.
Well, when one gets 1,700 a night, they come to expect them.
I haven't gone to bed yet. That's when I do my TikToking. You send me like 2 for every 300 that I send you.
I like that you do all the work because my algorithm sucks, but yours is great.
I just always think she hates this. Like,
well, I
just
get
send you so many.
Excited. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
It's like the highlight of my day. I'm like, I don't have to do any of the work.
Okay.
I know I'll like every single one of these. That is amazing.
Okay.
And today, I kept getting on there today while I was supposed to be telecommuting.
Well,
and I'm thinking, oh, surely she sent me something. Crickets all day.
I haven't gotten on it once today.
Mm.
Actually, I did for a second when you told me to look for a current event. I was like, good grief. What am I going to do here? And then I got on it again when I decided I'm not doing that.
You should have looked up whale spies.
Well, I didn't know. Here's what I looked up.
Okay.
Weird conversation starters.
Oh, okay.
Like, if everyone in the world suddenly stopped sneezing, how long would it take everyone to figure out that had happened?
Interesting. Well, first of all, I think everybody would die. Don't we have to sneeze?
No, but like if suddenly we didn't need to sneeze and nobody was sneezing anymore, how long would it take for somebody to be like, wait, I haven't heard a sneeze in a really long time.
I don't know that you'd ever notice that. Do you think
Exactly. Like somebody who has like really bad allergies would probably notice.
Yeah. But they would maybe they'd only notice about themselves first.
Right. I would not notice with myself. Every time I sneeze, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Shocked that you sneeze.
I probably sneeze 5 times a day. And every time I do it, I'm like, where did that come from?
It's my favorite thing. It's a face orgasm.
It is a face orgasm.
I love it. 100%. Such a
100%.
release. It's like, oh, that was amazing. Give me another one of those.
Yeah, I have always felt that way. It is, It's huge on your face. It's just such a big reaction that your face goes through.
It really shows. You know.
Yeah.
The relief cannot be hidden.
That's right. And then you never have another one. Here's one similar, but a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
If you were out like walking or just outside and you saw an owl, cool. How many owls would it take for you to see before you're like, what's happening? And get weirded out by the owls?
Not many. That's the kind of shit that I notice.
Okay.
Like especially an owl.
Right.
Like how often do you see an owl?
Yeah, not often.
So if I saw 2 owls, I'd be like, what the hell?
Really 2. I think it would take me 5 before I get freaked
1.
out.
If I see one owl walking these streets.
Well, even walking these streets. Let's say you're on a hike.
These streets. Like, where do people picture we live? Walking these streets? Golly. You see wildlife around here? You know something's wrong. Walking in the woods, 1 owl. Plus, I just would be so mesmerized by it. I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's an owl. To see 2? That's it. I'm calling somebody.
Who would you call?
You.
Okay.
Like, girl, I just saw 2 owls.
I'd be like, it's Lala Chusa.
You'd be like, oh, good for you. Like, you would not care as much as I care.
Wouldn't. I think it would take me like 5 or 6 before I'd be like, there's something weird happening here.
That's so weird.
Yeah. See, different answer for different people. Okay, last one I'm going to ask you today.
Okay.
If your hand suddenly each finger turned into a drinking spout.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I can drink out of each one of these hands.
Yep.
One of these fingers.
It is the only thing you can drink for the rest of your life.
Oh my gosh.
What are you making each finger? You get to choose.
Water.
Yep.
Okay. Beer.
Yep.
Corona.
Specific you're not like adding a second one. No. This one's cheap beer.
2 different
this one.
Yeah.
No. This is a waste of a finger.
Or is it? Or is it a genius decision?
No, it is a waste of a finger.
Well, what if you get tired? Like, gosh, you know what? I don't feel like a Corona today. I feel like a Miller Lite. Guess what? I got my middle finger right there.
Drink that vanilla milkshake that's in your middle finger.
I can't believe I have 5 choices for the rest of my life. I could do this. I feel like I do this now.
Okay,
I don't know that I drink more than 5 different drinks as it is.
Okay, great.
Okay, so I've got water. I've got beer. I've got wine. I've got sweet tea, but like the sugar-free sweet tea, Golden Peak.
I don't like that.
Oh my gosh, how can you not?
I don't like it. It's gross.
Everybody else out there who's normal, go try Golden Peak, the 0 sugar iced tea. Best tea you've ever had.
Okay.
That's all I need.
Would you make one of them milk?
Heck no. I could live the rest of my life without milk.
What about for your cereal?
Oh, coffee. What am I thinking?
Coffee. Of course, coffee.
But it would have to have milk in it.
Yeah, pre-sweetened coffee.
Pre-sweetened with milk and all the things it needs coffee.
Yeah, I would do water. I would do seltzer water as well.
Oh, that's like a burp skittle, Aaron. That's
water.
That is a waste
and
of
seltzer water.
Replace that with a different kind of beer.
No. Corona and wine.
Okay.
And coffee.
Okay. Yeah. See, I could easily do that.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I might miss is the occasional when I'm hungover Sprite.
Oh, yeah.
I love a good crisp Sprite when I'm hungover. There's nothing better.
And if I had 2 fingers that were alcoholic, I would probably really need that Sprite.
Yeah, you would.
And then, oh gosh, what if you became an alcoholic and had to become a recovering alcoholic?
And then you have 3 to drink from.
3 drinks,
and that temptation would always be there. You'd have to cut those 2 fingers off.
That'd be horrible. But then they'd just be sprouting all the time, just spraying everywhere.
Would not be good. You're right. You'd have to close them up.
Yeah.
Ooh, how would you do that?
You'd have to put like a little chastity belt.
Patch or something.
Like
yes,
like Robin Hood Men in Heights.
Yes.
Men in tights, not heights.
Yes, I'm picturing
We're men in tights. Tights. I love that movie so much. I haven't watched it in a really long time. I'm sure it's not okay.
Either. Yeah, I'm sure it's not, but
hey, Lincoln. Did you just say Abe Lincoln? Oh man. Okay. I don't know if it's good or not anymore, so I'm not recommending you watch it.
Yeah, but it was funny back in the day.
But I might have to rewatch it.
Much like Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie, but doesn't hold
definitely be canceled. Although I'll give Disney props. They went back and edited a couple of things out of there, but you could still tell what they're saying.
Yeah.
But they dubbed it.
Yeah.
Like I think at one point, well, I'm not even going to say it. Anyway, they say some derogatory things.
Well, shocking.
Yeah, right. The 80s. And they do dub it out. So I didn't stop it from playing because we're stuck in a snowstorm and it was captivating all of my children and my husband. He had never seen it. He was like, what is this? I'm like, you've never seen Adventures in Babysitting? And then he loves to do this. Well, what year did it come out? I'm like, in the 80s. Why do you care? And he was like, what year? I was like, I don't know. He was like, I was 2 when it came out. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Megan married a younger man.
Robbed the cradle with that one.
Yeah.
Anywho.
This was fun. He's younger than me, everybody.
Stop. He's younger than you by a couple of months. Get a grip.
Love it. All right. We're at 33 minutes.
Damn, we should look up current events more often.
Should we?
Listen, if you're going to start bitching about this like you do my fan favorites, that is a hit.
I'm kidding.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's been fun. Way less boring than last week.
That's true.
You're welcome, everybody else who has to suffer through last week's episode.
Who's still listening? They're like, I'm quitting this one.
Right? We should just put that as like a warning label. We get better next week.
We think. Another story.
We think.
No.
I'm sorry. I gave you an espionage whale.
Told the really sad story about whale murder.
Most spy stories are sad.
And bananas.
I know that banana thing that was almost weirder than the spy. The whale that was a spy. Anyway, you're welcome.
Okay, so I'm going to start us off tonight. I don't know when you're listening. It's tonight evening. For us, but whatever. We were asking for stories, and Brittany was like, I sent you one. So she resent it because we missed it.
We didn't miss it. We actually have let it sit for a while because it said it was a tearjerker.
Yeah, that's true. We're a little sensitive.
But that's okay. We can press on. We can still see that sad things and not completely break down.
Yeah.
Just like adjacent.
In theory. Sure.
We'll try it. We're
getting there.
Let's see what happens. Could be fun.
Okay, so it says, I sent this after an episode in October, I think. I had made a Facebook comment about 2 silly sisters, and you mentioned it. What's even more crazy is that when you read my tarot reading, you titled the episode Silly Sisters, and you hadn't even read all this apologizing I wrote.
Aw.
Pennies, dimes. First things first, I have just listened to how my silly sisters comment bothered Megan, and I feel so bad.
Oh, Brittany, don't feel bad. I was just teasing you.
I know. I'm like, I've read all these sweet apologies. I'm like, oh, girl, she didn't care.
Aww.
It's just my silly attempt at alliteration. If you were dudes, I would have said humorous hombres or something equally as bad. So thank you for letting me know, because not everyone finds the same things funny.
Oh, no, Brittany, listen, don't be self-conscious. Actually, where that comes from is I can remember my friend who was very much a silly person, like life of the party, very silly, very funny. When we were in college, her boyfriend, she was on the phone, and she was being extremely silly and funny. And as he went to hang up, to his group of guy friends. He goes, oh my God, she's so silly. And hung up, and she was on fire. I mean, she was like, the fuck? He'll call me silly. And that has just always stuck with me. Like, I was like, no, you know what? I get it. Like, she's like, it's one thing to call me silly to my face, but don't call me silly to all your guy friends.
Oh, yeah.
She schooled him. They're still married to this day, but she let him know.
Yeah, he's much more timid now.
He definitely is. And he never has called her silly again.
No.
But Brittany, I really was just kidding you. I think it's funny.
And the last thing I'd ever want to do is make you feel bad or belittled.
Oh.
Though honestly, the Megan in my head is such a thick-skinned badass who yells at listeners for not confronting 3 a.m. devils/home invaders that I guess I didn't even pause to consider my words.
Oh, no. I am a badass. You're fine.
Please accept my official public apology. Bad Brittany. See what I did there? Alliteration.
I love you, Brittany.
Now I owe you both a story. Since I'm the dime lady, I guess, I have a new addition. I wasn't intending to tell this story because it has to do with the loss of one of my best friends, and thus falls under the Megan can't debunk category. Mm-hmm. Sorry, friend. At least you can brag about teaching an adult a lesson in the pod just as well as you do in your classroom. I'm apologizing a second time, though, because this is a bit of a tearjerker. Don't worry. I will still find some ways to make it funny because that's absolutely what my friend would want.
Oh.
My friend, who I will call Penny, which is actually our pet Connor's name.
Okay. What's that? A type of dog?
It's a type of bird.
Oh, nice.
I know. When I first read it, I thought she meant cocker, like a cocker spaniel. And then I was like, oh, actually, it's Brittany. I bet she meant what she wrote.
It's Brittany. She's highly intelligent. She means what she says and says what she means.
So I looked it up, and I looked up how to say it.
Nice.
And I think I did it right, but that was 45 seconds ago, so I don't know anymore. Okay, so anyways, so this is also the name of their pet bird, but in the story, not a bird. This is her friend Penny. She's specified.
Gotcha.
Not a bird in the story. But her friend passed in August. After
this past August?
It sounds like it.
Golly, Brittany.
I know. Well, it just says August. Maybe it wasn't this August, but
either way.
After the most heroic, most fearless, outright refusal to stop fighting. Penny's body succumbed to cancer where her spirit would not. This was after being declared cancer-free for over a year in the medical miracle that doctors said simply wasn't possible.
Oh, wow.
But that was Penny. I have so many stories and memories of all the ways she narrowly escaped death. As a child, a pod of dolphins.
What?
That's weird.
That is a little weird. If it had been whales, you might have made a believer out of me. So close, Brittany. So close.
A pod of dolphins surrounded her when she was caught in a current, preventing her from drifting away before her parents even noticed.
That's incredible.
That is incredible.
Wow. How cool.
Could be why Penny was a fellow marine science major with me in college.
Wow.
She went on some wild globe-trotting adventures. On one of them, she was vacated in a helicopter.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. From the Galapagos Island during a historical devastating flood.
Oh my gosh.
That's wild. This was just par for the course with her.
Wow.
To me, she was simply unstoppable, and I looked up to her so much. The big sister I never had. I imagined our reunion after 10 years of not seeing each other. I would make sure to visit when I had accomplished all the things she inspired me to be, because I wanted her to be proud. Oh, Brittany, she was proud.
Absolutely.
I didn't want her to see the me that struggles with depression or the financial debt I could never seem to kick. Oh,
Brittany, don't make me school you.
The me.
You can be depressed and still have many things to be proud of.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
The me that is floundering mid-career and terrified of the future and of not supporting my family enough. All the time, all those years, promising the next one would be the year. It never occurred to me how selfish I actually was. Penny didn't give a shit about that. Only I did. Oh. But it's Penny, right? And she's going to live forever. One night, I dreamt I was crying on my husband's shoulder because I heard the horrible news. A few days later, Penny's ex and still dear friend of both of us sent me a message. It just said, hey, ... And then Penny's mom just told me. In typical denial fashion, my first thought was, told you what? I'm not crying. It's just allergies. Oh, who am I kidding? I've been crying the entire time I'm writing this.
Oh,
except
Brittany.
for the first part about badass Megan out there jet skiing and drinking sangria with pumpkins.
This was a two-parter. Remember, we just took the first part of her
Yeah.
Oh.
Except I don't remember why were pumpkins involved?
Or sangria. Girl, we just talked about whales that
I believe that it happened. I just don't remember.
Who knows?
Oh, almost forgot. Aaron, I'm not sure I said this, but I'm also a tiny bit scared of you too. Girl, that's ridiculous.
As you should be.
You should not be.
You should be.
I'm adorable.
And humble.
Like scared in a good, awestruck way after listening to episode 189 and up. Speaking of the EPS 189, about getting sick of your kids, same. This morning, I literally told Oliver, can you get out of my room now? I spend like 99% of my time with you, and I just want my room to myself for a bit. Okay, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back to bed for an hour. Good for you.
Yes.
What did I do in 189? Is that when I was fighting people? Who knows?
I know. Oh, yeah, it might have been.
I'm ready. I'm ready to throw down.
You were ready.
You don't have to be afraid of me, Brittany. But some people need to be. Okay, comedic break done. The worst part of my story is over. As you both know, my tarot cards are a source of comfort and support from the universe when I need it. I knew Penny was up there smiling, shaking her head at why I even had to ask, but in my head, I worried that she died and didn't know how much I loved her.
Aww.
The deck's answer, of course, was the Lover's card.
Mm.
So that got the water flowing again, and it was so bad I had to stand up and take a minute.
Aww.
Literally, for a minute or less, I just stood up, walked 6 feet to the kitchen, then turned around to flip over the rest of the cards on the table. At least I started walking back, because one step later I saw it. On the dining room floor, in the direct path back to my chair, was one of those late afternoon rays of sunlight, like the sun literally beaming a straight line ahead of me. In that ray was a dime, shining so dang bright, it sounds too cliche to be true. Like a flipping Hallmark movie scene. Ladies, I froze in my track. The dime was not there when I stood up in grief and heartbreak a minute earlier. Maybe I didn't see it because the sun was just right to light it up like a damn beacon. But a minute is awfully short for the sun to move that much. And I feel like I stared at the dime for a very long time once I saw it. While I stared, I wondered at the odds of those three individual things happening together. Me pulling the Lover's card, immediately after the sun shining through at a perfect angle on the dining room floor. A dime centered in the sunbeam, reflecting it so bright as to be impossible to miss. I've no idea what those odds are, but they've got to be astronomically high.
You would know, Brittany. You're the smartest woman I've ever met.
For real. I have a special silver chain, a very Italian thing to do that takes after my Nana. That dime is now wrapped in copper wire and hangs next to my heart alongside with the rest. Oh, that part almost makes me... I know. That part is where it's going to get me.
Yep, that's amazing.
That dime is now wrapped in copper wire and hangs next to my heart alongside the rest of the most treasured charms and medals. For anyone out there who needs to hear it, the ones who truly love you will always do so. Okay, don't waste the time.
Think about whale spies.
Whale murder.
Okay.
Oh, no, that makes me want to cry more.
Shit, I forgot he got murdered.
Think about
bananas.
Think about beer fingers. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun thing we talked about.
Don't waste the time you have judging yourself so harshly that it drives you apart, because then you both suffer alone.
Oh.
But if, like me, you learn that lesson too late, you lose someone without the chance to say goodbye, I hope my story shows you how love never dies. So don't worry. They know.
Oh, Brittany.
Brittany.
The way you wrapped it up with a bow at the end.
That was beautiful.
God, that was beautiful, Brittany.
Oh, you jerk.
Yeah. Why do you think we waited so long?
Why we skipped it?
Oh, it was so... What a beautiful story. Golly. Here's what I'm going to say to Brittany. And I think that this is, it's just like a life lesson that I think she's learned, and I hope she's fully grasped. But Brittany's Penny, like the way that she looked up to Penny, there's somebody out there that looks up to Brittany like that and thinks that Brittany is just like me. I'm kind of like, Brittany, I think that you are fucking incredible.
Right.
Like all of the things, the accomplishments that you've made and that you've done.
And I bet Penny was also feeling that way right back at her.
Either back at her, or here's the thing, you didn't see Penny's bouts with depression or Penny's financial struggles or any of the, like, and you don't know what she had going on in her life.
Yeah.
Because all of those things are insecurities that every human being has. Maybe they're not exactly the same, but we all have them.
Yeah.
And so I think that Brittany does a great job of like, don't wait to get close to somebody because you have to be perfection before you can be right up to their standard. They're not holding any standard. Yeah. They're just out there doing, I mean, now I could see why. I mean, she's dropping from helicopters. She's getting saved by dolphins. She seems mythical almost, but she's not. She was real. She was human. And there was no standard that you had to live up to because you were just her friend. And I think that's a beautiful relationship and a beautiful life lesson.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yes, it was gorgeous. Gorgeous story.
Yeah, way to go, Brittany. Way to make me cry.
Yep. Okay, well, I'm not going to debunk it.
Yeah, nope.
Not going to touch it.
Clear.
That dime was there for a reason. And I'm so glad it was. So now, let's move on to some witchy fun.
Oh, I love some witchy fun.
All the way from New Orleans, your favorite town.
I love it.
So my story is from the lovely Abby.
Hey, Abby.
This is why we do fan favorite, Erin.
Okay.
Make somebody a fan favorite. They're like, hey, you know what? I had a story I was going to get. Now that I'm a fan favorite, I think I'll submit it.
I think I'll become a Patreon. Look at her.
I know, right? Hello,
yeah, she's
Abby.
Really like buying into this whole.
She really is. It's almost like fan
charade.
Favorite.
What was I going to call us? I don't know.
Charade. This whole espionage.
Oh yes,
thing we got going. We're posing as podcasters.
Creepy little Vladimir. I don't know. I just wanted to say it again.
We're both beluga whales. That's all I can think of.
We're both beluga whales. Oh my gosh.
We're being spies.
I didn't think I could get cuter, but here we are.
Oh, I mean, after this break, that is about accurate for me. Okay. But anyway, Abby, fan favorite a couple weeks ago. And then Abby gave us a story.
Amazing.
Haunted Ass New Orleans.
The best.
This is right up your alley, Erin. Hey, girls, it's Abby, your favorite Aries witch bitch.
Awesome.
Love it. And also in Abby's last conversation with me, she was like, absolutely call me a witch. That's what I am.
Okay.
So full permission. And she said, ask me all the witchy things you need to ask.
Awesome.
I'm like, okay, but that's kind of what I go to Birdie for. I don't know that Birdie, does Birdie categorize herself as
I don't think
or
so.
identify as a witch?
I don't think she's ever said that.
I've never thought witch with Birdie, so I don't really know how that goes. So I'm sorry, Birdie, if that was offensive.
I just know if there's anything paranormal, I can ask Shelby. I can ask Birdie.
Mm-hmm. These are the people we go to.
I used to ask Chelsea my plant questions, but I haven't heard from Chelsea. Girl, you out there still? What's you doing?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, goodness.
Let's get down to it.
Let's get down to business. Do you know what that's from? To defeat
no, but
the Huns.
Jill, tell me.
Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? Now you know.
I don't know, but I don't like it.
You're the baddest bunch I ever met. Oh, it's saddest.
The Nutcracker?
But you can bet.
What is it? I don't know musicals. It's the only thing. It's like
Mulan.
Yuck. Nope, never heard of it. Never seen it.
Yeah, it's bad that he only wants boys, but that's how it was. And then we sent a girl anyways, and she kicks ass.
Well, of course she does. Gosh, don't get me riled up, Erin. Okay,
it's my
here we go.
Favorite Disney movie of all time.
Okay, I don't have one of those. Here we go.
I could sing that whole song for you right now.
I don't doubt it.
Okay,
at all. Nor do I need to
catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me.
Focus.
Boy, was I a fool in school for a cutting gym. Hold on real quick. This guy's got him scared to death. Hope he doesn't see right through me. Now I really wish that I knew how to swim.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, here we go. So sorry, Abby. Sometimes that's the price you pay for being a fan favorite. You got to put up with that.
There's no way she kept it in that spot.
You don't think Rue's going to keep that?
I think she'll keep it, but it'll probably be a blooper.
No, Rue, you got to keep that in there, right where it was. I was ridiculous, and so Erin. Also, please do what you want. You're the producer, you're the editor, you do your thing, but please keep it right there. Okay.
We're paying her. Oh, look what I did there.
You sure did. That was Erin. That was not me.
I don't feel that way.
Okay, here we go. I don't either, Rue. I just like to say it. Jeez, calm down, Erin Taylor. Okay, here we go.
I'm done.
I hope. I was down in the Lower Garden District of New Orleans Labor Day weekend of 2024. I was staying there at an Airbnb owned by a lovely couple, an artist and a fashion designer.
Ooh, very cool.
They do sound lovely. They lived at a place, but Do you think that Abby usually uses the word lovely or just uses it to tease me about the word lovely?
Oh, I don't know. It's become so much like
you hear it
I'm
more
so
often.
used to it from you that I don't even notice it being an old lady word anymore.
Abby, you should be offended, my friend. My goodness, whether you used it because of me or not, you should be offended, Abby. Good grief.
I love you, Abby.
Okay. They lived at the place, but they were doing renovations at the time. So let me paint the picture.
Well, I'm confused. It's an Airbnb, but they're doing renovations?
So it sounds like a lot of Airbnbs, the people live there, but they might like rent a room above them.
Yeah, okay.
So it sounds like they lived there, but there were also renovations happening.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe
I don't think I could ever do that kind of Airbnb where there's somebody.
Oh, I've done it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In fact, the first Airbnb that I ever stayed in, Pacifica, she was amazing in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was amazing. She came and picked us up from the ferry. She had this gorgeous black, curly, wild looking hair, red lipstick, boobs. I mean, they were amazing boobs. She got this little teeny tiny crazy looking little car. And she was like, I am Pacifica. And we're like, oh. And she took us to her like little house.
That's awesome. Okay, cool.
She was great. Very much fun. You should try it, is what I'm saying.
I feel like Airbnbs where the people stay is like how Netflix used to send out DVDs. It's like they had a concept for like a business plan, and then like halfway through they're like, this is weird that we're doing this. Why don't we just stream it? And then we don't have to send anything. They can watch all the stuff. And Airbnb was like, why would you want to stay in the same place as the people who live there? That's like babysitting, but the parents never leave.
Yeah, but if it's like two separate kind of houses.
Yeah, I know.
Like she had kind of like a duplex. So like we shared a wall, but that was about it.
But like it wasn't just like your bedroom and then there was a common space.
We had our own bathroom. We had our own washer and dryer.
Did you have your own like little kitchen?
We didn't have our own little kitchen.
Okay, it's weird. That's weird to me. My comparison stands.
But we also didn't ever eat there. We were eating in restaurants the whole time.
All right, bougie.
Well, okay. Good grief. Jeez, that was back when I didn't have kids.
Yeah, that's nice.
I could be bougie back then.
Even for breakfast.
Stop.
Okay.
I'm sure we ate bagels in bed. I don't know.
That sounds so romantic. It was you and Jack.
And he doesn't eat bagels, so I have no idea what he did.
Bed every morning.
Ate a donut. I ate a bagel. I didn't eat breakfast. I just drank coffee. I would go down to... Why does this matter to you?
It doesn't.
Okay, do you. You go to Airbnbs and you pay more to just be in your own Airbnb.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm an adventurous type. I like to meet the neighbors. I like to meet the neighbors over coffee at a breakfast table. I could totally do that. Pacific and I, we got real close. She was great. I'm sure she still thinks of me. Okay. So we're in Abby's story, though, not mine.
Yeah, I'm here.
They lived at the place, but were doing renovations at the time. So let me paint the picture. When you first pull up, you park on the street, walk up to the first gate, and when you open it, you enter an alleyway. You take a right and open another gate that the owners were adamant about keeping locked. And we very much did so. You enter that gate, and when I tell you that they creak loud, it sounded like rusty sheet metal banging together.
Oh.
LOL. Anyways, after you open it, it opens up to a large courtyard. From this courtyard, you can see straight ahead to their house.
I'm trying so hard to picture it. I'm really, as soon as we get into details of directions, my brain. But I think I'm getting it.
I think just like picture a courtyard.
You walk through a gate that's always locked, but once you get through it, there's this beautiful big courtyard.
Yeah,
and
then you've got the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at the back of the Airbnb house.
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, you take a left and go up some stairs to a balcony that leads to our room. So you don't have to go through the main house. You go up a balcony to where they're staying.
Okay.
From there, you could see the beautiful Mississippi River. The last night of our trip is when it happened. I did a ritual with a friend, and this is where I want to know everything, Abby.
Uh-huh.
A, why did you do the ritual?
Yeah.
B, what happened during the ritual?
I bet we're going to hear about it.
A pile of bananas?
Oh, beluga whales?
Beluga whales?
Perhaps.
How far does this ritual go?
Did you make your thumb sprout corona?
Now that I'd like to see. Okay. I did a ritual with a friend of mine and didn't get back to our place until 1 a.m. Me and my partner are sitting outside smoking. We stay up for about 2 more hours because after a ritual, I am wired up.
Oh, interesting.
That
I would have thought you'd be like drained.
I know.
Okay, wait. So the ritual happened at a different location and now they're back here.
And now they're back and they're sitting on the balcony.
So we get no information on the ritual.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, dear.
I did pre-read a little bit. You're welcome, Rue.
Okay.
I'm still stumbling, but I tried. I am outside alone and it's around 3 a.m. at this point. My partner is inside on her phone after getting ready for bed. I'm just sitting in the chair on the balcony with my feet on top of the stairs. My chair was facing directly down those steps. The door is open to our room and the air feels amazing. I'm just sitting there almost in a trance as if I'm waiting on something. I don't know why I didn't go in. I should have, but my partner comes out to check on me, and before she can get any words out, we hear distant footsteps.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. No one else is on this property, not the owners. Oh, that's why the owners weren't there, because they normally would be there.
Right, but they're
it's being
renovating the main house.
Yes. They aren't staying due to renovations. Thank you, Abby.
She's like, I've listened. Y'all need this reminder.
You're going to need me to repeat a couple of things. Yes, and you were not wrong.
Yep,
Abby.
you're not wrong. Sometimes we help each other, but usually we forget everything. What was the pumpkins and sangria about? We have no idea.
Who the hell knows? No cars. These footsteps start in the alleyway and eventually make it to the courtyard. We were both frozen in fear.
Oh.
As they are approaching the courtyard, they get louder, as if the sound is coming from everywhere. Oh, that's so weird. They're footsteps and they're coming from everywhere. The sound of thick, heavy work boots eventually are right at the bottom of the stairway. I'm just frozen as my girlfriend is saying, come on. All of a sudden, I jolt. So they're both hearing this.
Yikes.
All of a sudden, I jolt out of my seat and I take a step towards our door, and my evil eye bracelet snatches off of my hand so hard it broke the metal ring that clings to the perimeter of the glass evil eye. I ignore it and don't look for it on the ground, and we hurry inside. Our door never would lock to begin with. Ooh, that's a little bit concerning. Yeah. This was the original side of the home, and they built the rest around it. It was a wooden door. We couldn't get it to lock. I instantly burned dragon's blood. What? Do you just have
How
dragons?
do people have dragon's blood?
Yes.
Dragons aren't real, right?
I don't. Well, Aaron, you're the believer.
No, but that's
like DNA. Like, what
is dragon's blood? Like a
Komodo?
Plant?
A Komodo dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe it's like a plant extract that they call dragon's blood.
I don't know. Look it up. Did you look up evil eye?
I did. It didn't help me understand what that was, but it looks like that. I've seen those before.
Okay. And I guarantee you, actually, I know, because Abby said, ask me anything witchy.
Oh, that's
so,
true.
Abby, I'm going to need you to follow up so far on just these two things. When you say dragon's blood, what do you mean exactly?
Birdie has definitely told us this, but I don't remember. But here we go. Dragon's blood is a bright red resin, which is obtained from different species of a number of distinct plant.
Okay, look at you go, girl. It's because Birdie implanted that in your head.
Yeah, it's probably because I specifically asked Birdie once and she told me, and I was like, I think it has to do with plants. I don't know.
Good job. Okay, and then I'd like to see a picture of your bracelet if you ever found it.
Yeah.
I knew this wasn't a person. What was locking the door going to do? We didn't fall asleep until 5 a.m. I wouldn't have fallen asleep at all.
Oh, that's so scary.
No one came in to rob us. No more footsteps were heard. If it was someone, why wouldn't they have just come in? Was it a spirit that followed me from my friend's house that's across the street from the abandoned asylum?
Oh, that's where you're doing this ritual?
Maybe. There's been apparitions seen. I didn't see what was making the footsteps, and I don't want to. I work with a lot of spirits, and I've never feared for my life like I did that night.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, all right. I feel nauseous and sick to my stomach just talking about this. Love y'all. You better thank me for this. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, Abby, we do thank you.
So she was hearing footsteps all around?
All around.
But one set of footsteps.
I guess so. Maybe they just became like louder and louder.
Oh.
Or maybe like closer and closer.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Ooh, that was a good story, Abby. That was a good one.
Yeah, and it sounds like they were like their feet were on the steps, so they're like looking in the direction of the steps.
Yeah.
So they didn't see anything. How are you going to debunk this one? Not sentimental.
Well, I definitely think that was just an actual person.
But the gate was locked.
Yeah, people can jump gates. I mean, gates aren't like proof. Like they're not going to all the way to the tip top of the sky. People can jump things.
Okay.
How far went round to that gate
really
go?
Jump a gate? A ghost.
Well, you know who can also be in like a renovated house down below?
People in work boots.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hate siding with you ever, but I don't think that's what that was. Because why would it get so bad? The work boot thing, that is interesting.
I mean, like maybe their intent was to scare.
Yeah. Ugh. It's horrible.
Yeah, that is awful. Maybe on the flip side, what if you had like a worker who is like not aware that this is an Airbnb?
Okay.
And they are there, maybe they forgot their something, they forgot whatever, and they hear people up in the balcony or they think someone has broken in.
Yeah.
And maybe they try to go and scare them off.
Oh, gosh.
And maybe.
Take your job less seriously, buddy. That's not part of your job.
Imagine they like text their boss. They're like, oh my gosh, I think someone's breaking into house whatever. I came back to get my keys. Just stick with me. Let's just see the other side of this.
As the boss, I would say, not my circus, not my monkeys is what I would say.
As the boss, you might know that it's an Airbnb. So while they're like going to scare them off and they're coming up those stairs and boom, boom, boom. And they're like, I got to make this sound like very scary. And they're trying to make themselves sound so scary to scare these people off. They get a text from their boss that's like, oh, no. They rent up that upstairs Airbnb. And they're like, oh, shit. So they're like, they sneak back down and they slink out of there like, oh, that was so embarrassing. I just tried to run off like people who are paying to be here. Hence why they never came in. Boom, drop that mic.
No.
Sorry, Abby. I'm sorry, girl. Now, as far as your bracelet coming off, that sucks. But how well of a latch was it?
Yeah, that's weird that the bracelet like just came, like almost got ripped off of her.
Yeah, but if you're like terrified and you turn and run, it could get caught on something and you don't even notice it. You're just trying to get out of there and all of a sudden it's gone. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm glad that you did the dragon's blood. It seemed to work, whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm just glad you guys are okay. That's so scary.
That is so scary. Terrifying story. Perfect for this podcast.
Yeah, good job.
Listen, Abby, I don't like to brag often, but I think I nailed that one.
Yeah, she doesn't like to brag. Yeah, right.
But I appreciate you giving me gold, is what I'm saying.
No, that was good. I don't believe Megan. I do believe it was a ghost. You're in New Orleans. Come on.
Shocker. Of course you don't believe me.
Yeah, that's great.
Would you believe that I have a fan favorite?
I would believe it. You've been on it lately.
I've been on it. Thank you for noticing. That makes me feel so seen.
Oh, no problem.
This week's fan favorite is the lovely Anne. Anne is very present on Facebook and our TikTok.
Awesome. Thank you, Anne.
Sorry, Anne, we haven't been doing TikTok in a while.
I know. I tried to talk her into one tonight.
Yeah, you didn't give me a heads up. I have I have been living in my own filth for like a week.
Telecommuted today. I thought maybe you'd, spruced yourself up a bit.
No, thank God we did not. That's just like literally working on live documents.
Oh, you're not even like hearing each other?
We're texting each other constantly, but we're all working on same documents.
Okay.
It's been lovely. Haven't had to be seen by anybody. My poor husband, he's probably like, oh, golly, you really just don't care.
Do you ever, after a while, like, think, I just want to look a little bit cute for myself?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I took a shower yesterday. I was so proud of myself. Now, today, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm back to not caring.
No, I totally do that. I'm most days when I don't have to be seen by anybody, I'm that. But like by the fourth day, I'm like,
if I look in that mirror one more time
and think,
oh gosh,
yeah, that's not good. Sometimes I gotta just put like a little bit of blush on,
make yourself
like a little bit of eyeliner.
You're not always like this.
Yeah, remember that you can be cute.
Yeah, it's good to always hold on to that at least a little bit.
Yeah, I don't even care who's seeing me in this house. Whatever, Kevin. He could use a little discouragement of how much he loves me. I just need to remember that I love myself sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, all right, I still got it.
Well, and also it's good to feel clean sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we will survive this. We will. It will happen. Okay, so the lovely Anne is our fan favorite this week.
Thanks, Anne.
And she said, I love the pod and recommend it all the time. Y'all crack me up with your banter. And then she said, the porch sex convo almost made me wet my pants.
Us too.
You're welcome, Anne, I think. And of course, I'm in for the spooky stuff too. Thanks so much. If you're still plugging a good cause, I have the Music Makers Foundation that supports elderly blues and roots musicians.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love that. I love that they have a foundation.
I know. Who knew?
Yeah. Well, we know now.
We do know now. That's very cool. We'll have to check that out, and we will tag that in our notes, and we'll check that out. Thank you, and thank you for being present on Facebook and TikTok. And if you would like to be present on Facebook or TikTok, you can follow all of our socials like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can rate, review, subscribe wherever you listen. You can write your stories in to myskepticalsister@gmail.com, or you can go to our website at www.myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to become a Patreon. $3 a month gets you bonus content weekly. It gets you a sticker and a magnet. $5 a month gets you all that, plus our movie night once a month, which I think will be this week.
Nice.
Because
we'll see.
Because we're ahead. Who knows?
Time does not make sense right now. It'll be coming up at some point.
Yeah. Movie. It'll be so fun. You're going to love us. Join us for that.
Abby will be there.
That's right. All right. So if you want to do all of that, you know how to get a hold of us. And we just love talking to you guys. We will talk to you next week.
Spokojnej noche.
La 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 la.
Megan, you can Google it. It's very common knowledge.
Now, Abby, give us a story.
Awesome.
Did I say give us a story? I meant now. Now, Abby gave us a story. You just laughed through.
No, Abby, give us a story. Found it.
Found it. Was that real country there?
You ever found it? It was a little country.
Well, I'm a little country. I can't help it.